Um.
So
Okay, so let's shift gears from school. What I would do one thing that I majorly wanted to talk about was the contrast between the softwares that we use right now.
oh yeah.
Because right now I record using an Elgato HD. It's not an HD60. It's just the Elgato HD, which
Okay.
records in 1080p 30 FPS.
Okay.
But I run that capture software, which sometimes doesn't even capture my video, and then I get pissed and just start throwing shit. But it also doesn't like to capture audio.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I text our former instructor, and I was like, "Hey, does Adobe have an actual like audio editing system?" Because we used Pro Tools at the school,
Yeah.
and it turns out that Adobe does have one that people are starting to prefer to Pro Tools. It's called Audition,
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
which it's really nice, and I use it for all my recording audio now, besides game. But like, it's pretty nice, and
Everybody has like these complicated like not too complicated, but complicated like ways of recording stuff. Literally, all I really do, since I'm more of like a computer guy myself, I just slap on Streamlabs OBS. And since I have dual monitors, I'm like, okay, so I'll just have my Streamlabs on this end, and if I just want to record my first monitor, there I go. Because I used to do I used to do it, but I don't do it now because I don't have much free time nowadays with working, and as well as like I just don't really have the need of streaming right now. But I used to stream quite a bit on Twitch.
me
But
too.
yeah. But the thing with streaming on Twitch is that I find it harder to stream
Not
on
say
Twitch.
the N word. Oh.
There's that. There's that. No, we're not racist. I mean, I'm not. He may be.
Nah, I was gonna make an edgy joke, but I'd like to say that I'm not racist, and everything that I say is basically a character.
Yeah. So, but anyways, I find it harder to stream on Twitch than it is to make videos. Because when you're streaming on Twitch, like especially if you're trying to like build a fan base or whatever, it is damn near impossible.
It's so hard. You almost have to start somewhere besides Twitch
Yeah.
to get a following on Twitch.
Yeah, because like I've done so many streams on Twitch where, because you know how like it has like this whole like path to affiliate. Where if you get like certain requirements or whatever.
It's similar to YouTube's monetization requirements, except for it's not as extreme.
Yeah, except like for path to affiliate, it's if you meet these requirements, you get like a subscriber button or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I think it may be the next year. No, I think it may be affiliate. But anyways.
Like download Streamlabs, do this, make
Yeah.
a stream overlay.
Yeah. But then there's also like there's like 4 main requirements after that. That's like you gotta stream like 7 different days in a week.
Yeah, 7 days in a row.
Not in a row, but like just 7 different days.
7 different days?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was in a row. I was doing daily streams for no fucking reason.
Yeah. But you could do 7 different days out of the month. So like you could stream like twice a week or however many streams or whatever. Then you also have to get like 100 followers if I remember correctly. I'm thinking of something else. I can't remember what else, but like the main one is average 3 viewers. Okay, on a stream.
Yeah.
At least. Or go over. Shut the fuck up, phone. Which actually, that surprisingly was the first notification of this podcast recording. Only took about 50 minutes, thankfully. But anyways, I cannot for the life of me get over like 2 viewers in my Twitch streams. Because like I always have one, which is always just me sitting on the. Because for whatever reason, if you're on your Twitch dashboard or whatever while you're streaming, it counts it as a viewer.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. So it always so I'm always hanging up with like 1. Okay. But many of my Twitch streams end up barely like averaging 2. So, and I just can't. So like I said, it's just whenever I'm streaming on Twitch, it's damn near impossible to gain anything on Twitch if you don't already have a following.
It's hard to do anything anywhere starting off, but like YouTube's a safer bet before going to Twitch, because you can at least take your 20 YouTube subscribers who are mostly active and just say, hey, come over to my Twitch channel and watch me so that I can get affiliate or whatever.
Yeah. And the thing though, like the whole general premise is I feel like as well is that I think you could agree with me on this, but it's super fucking difficult to get popular anywhere. Like, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch or Mix. Oh, not Mixer anymore because it's shut down.
Facebook gaming.
But the point I'm trying to make is that it's almost impossible to gain, like, a huge following today that it was, like, back in, like, 2013.
Yeah.
Because back in, like good old YouTube days, okay? Like, when Toby Turner would only, like, possibly do, like, gameplay videos where he would just sit, do a recording session for, like, 20, 30 minutes, and then upload, like, parts or whatever.
Yeah.
He got famous off of that and doing, like, skits and stuff like that every once in a while on his main channel. But nowadays, you have to be, like, really good at editing, and you have to be really good at, like, spicing up your content in a way that, you know, it gets viewers to watch. But the thing is if you don't have a following at all, it's hard to get a following anywhere, basically.
And you have to be careful with, like, I know being an edgy content creator is going to come back and bite me in the ass if I switch, like I wanted to music, if I wanted to pull a fucking Joji.
Mm-hmm.
But Joji, right now, is actually trying to be canceled by former fans.
Yeah.
Because they actually bullied him into going back onto the Filthy Frank channel and deleting 2 Pink Guy songs.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So, like, because the songs were just about kind of fucked up stuff. Yeah.
Which, that's the thing as well, is that I feel like a lot of people that, like, nowadays just wouldn't survive, like, the good old, like, modern warfare days. We're talking about the old Modern Warfare lobbies, okay? Like 2009, where you couldn't survive if you went there in game chat or whatever. Because the thing is that that's what Filthy Frank was. Like, when Filthy Frank was uploading, like, his Pink Guy stuff, it was, like, that was peak 2013 YouTube content, like, edgy-wise.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it didn't fucking matter what the hell you did on YouTube, because, you know, there were so many edgy people that they didn't care how offensive you got.
Now, if you get sponsored by the wrong fucking makeup brand at James Charles, you get absolutely butt-fucked.
Yeah.
Also at James Charles.
Yeah. 2 ways than one. But fucking, I just feel like it's easier, and I hate to admit this, but it's easier to get canceled nowadays than it was back then, because people just don't have...
Well, people don't have anything better to do now.
Right. I mean, especially during these freaking times of pandemics and stuff like that. So, I just, like I said before, it's way too difficult to get a following on YouTube or on Twitch than it was, you know, back at like 2010 or whatever, where to put this into like the Japanaholic podcast perspective, like with, you know, getting into like the anime scene or whatever in terms of YouTube, because the thing is that I don't know, this may be like part 2 of the podcast or whatever where you're featured in it, but you're not much of an anime guy yourself. You've only seen like maybe one show.
I've watched My Hero.
Yeah, you've only seen My Hero Academia, so I mean that's why we're not really talking about anime in this podcast recording session. So.
Yeah, it's focused on like YouTube our friendship and YouTube and shit.
Which, you know, that's whatever. But anyways, going back to like the anime YouTube scene or whatever, you know, because there's a podcast that I listen to, which everybody fucking listens to if they're in the anime scene, called Jazz Taste Podcast, where it has the 3 biggest anime YouTubers talking to each other because, you know, fuck me for wanting to get popular, I guess. But they mentioned how like back in like 2010 or whatever, there was only like a few anime channels and they would barely get like any views whatsoever. They thought like 10,000 was the shit. Okay.
And if you look back on like 2006 and shit, early YouTube, AMVs killed it.
Yeah.
Every time they were fucking uploaded,
yeah.
AMVs killed it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And then YouTube's copyright striking down channels, taking down smaller channels, just fucked that community.
Yeah, let me just say this. The copyright system back then was way more terrible than it is today. Yeah,
during Adpocalypse, which rest in peace to all the souls that we lost during the Adpocalypse.
Yeah.
Especially since I watch Cold Ones podcast.
I know what you're talking about.
Especially since like Keemstar at that time was rooting for small YouTubers. He was like, you know, I fully support you if you go and quit your day job. And this was a month before Adpocalypse hit. He goes,
shit.
go and quit your day jobs. Invest in a YouTube channel. You won't regret it. Or something along those lines. And then, boom, those people got fucked.
Yeah. But, well, yeah, the thing is that back then, like, if now we're talking monetization on YouTube.
Yeah.
Back then, you know, when monetization was starting to become a thing, it was only given to, like, the big dogs on YouTube. Or it was, like, at first. And then it became more and more of a thing to, like, almost every channel. And then it was to the point back where you didn't even need to have a subscriber at all. As long as you just made a video that got views, you could put ads anywhere and you can make money off of that shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've done that before and I've actually gotten $1 out of it. You know, if it was still to this day like how it was back then, you know, I'd probably be like fucking a millionaire, probably, because of the fact that I would be getting like so many like ads and stuff like that for my videos on podcasts and stuff like that. But then, you know, the adpocalypse happens, and thankfully it's like gotten better, okay, to the point where, yeah, you're going to need to have 1,000 subscribers and as well as like a certain amount
4,000 hours.
Yeah, which, let me tell you, I may have 1,000 subscribers, about to hit 1,100, but there's no fucking way I'm going to hit 4,000 watch hours this year, because good God, you need to make some sort of content that everybody will watch over and over and over. That's not easy. But anyways, it's like, I do understand why YouTube would do this, because it just helps to have it to where only like actual committed YouTubers should get monetized.
Yeah.
And not just like those random like channels that
pop up and then they're gone.
Yeah, they pop up, post a few videos, try to get money, and then they leave. Okay. So I understand where YouTube's coming from with that. It's obviously, you know, a whole lot better now than it was like back then when, of course, adpocalypse happened. So, I mean, I just gotta say, I just thank God that fucking we at least have some sort of like ad revenue that we could get.
We can shoot for. It gives me a first YouTube goal.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it also does suck that you can't really be the 2013 style edgy once you get monetized, because you'll be like cut off just like that.
See, I feel like once I start monetizing, because I'm still working on this character, I'm still workshopping this character every fucking day, just to see what I can say and what I can't say, what sounds natural and what sounds like I'm pushing like fucking Leafy clone edgy.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I don't think it can really get any more edgy than Leafy. At least peak Leafy edge.
Have you watched Leafy's new stuff?
No.
Oh my God.
I really don't want to.
It's a triumphant return for him. He talks about his old videos. He goes, I hate the people that rip on them because they were decent made videos. He goes, also though, there's people that worship them. Those videos could have been better too. So he's humbled a bit. Yeah.
And then you mentioned about how like people would, you know, make videos better or whatever. It's kind of like a situation where like a lot of YouTubers always say that they want to make better YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Personally for me, it's like I want to make better YouTube videos, but my wants right now are something I really can't do now. I have to wait like years down the line where I can actually, because even though I've been doing YouTube for like technically 6 years, because I've done YouTube for a long time. I think my first video was posted back in like 2014. So I've done YouTube ever since I was like a little fucking kid, which fucking sucks because I've only gotten 1,000 subscribers to show for it, which it's not terrible thinking about it because like all the videos were fucking terrible to the point where like when I was switching over from the Fastlane racing station of all fucking names that I could have come up with, I switched to the Japanaholic channel. I was like, okay, if I'm going to do this switch, I got to get rid of a lot of my old videos. I left a lot of my old racing videos up because I actually kind of like those videos. And it also gives me like a way to like look back. But I was like, man, some of these old videos got to fucking go because I hate them.
So, okay, so talking about that, is that channel the Japanaholic gaming channel now?
No. I switched because since this main channel has like 1,000 subscribers, I was like, okay, I don't want to be known for racing anymore, because if I can talk a little bit about the racing fan base, and I'm sorry to anybody who's a part of the racing fan base watching this part or listening to this part on Spotify or whatever, it's fucking cancer. I fucking hate the racing fan base so much. okay? Because everybody argues over the smallest fucking shit on the race in the racing fan base, and then, you know, it's fucking cancer. Okay, not saying the anime fan base isn't fucking sane or anything like that, but I hated the fucking racing fan base. So I was like, all right, I got to escape it. So I was like, okay, I like Japan, I like anime. I'm just gonna cut off the entire racing content, and I'm gonna switch over to the Japanaholic channel. So I switched over to the Japanaholic channel, and at that point, when I first transitioned, I lost like 5 subscribers, which I was like, God, because like with my subscriber rate, it would gain a lot, and then I would like drop a few inactive subs, but it was like no more than like 2 a week or whatever, and then I would continue gaining. When I switched over to the Japanaholic channel, I dropped like 5 every single day for 1 whole week. And I was just like, God damn, I knew this was gonna happen because people would subscribe to me for racing. But it turned out better because I hit 1,000 subscribers doing that and got a couple big videos out of it. But I have a second channel that I used back then because there was a time when I was streaming my reactions. I hate this. This is so stupid of me. This happened like back in 2018 or whatever. But I was streaming my reactions to an NFL Red Zone week or whatever because I like me some American football, of course. But then there was like people in the stream chat, of course, because if you're streaming reactions to something that's going on right now, you're gonna get people in chat being like, "Oh, show Red Zone, show the thing on the screen." It's like, I know I can't because I'll get copyright claimed because it's from the NFL. So I was like, no, I can't do that. Well, I ended up doing it anyway. I was like, fine. So I placed it on the screen, very small, in the bottom right. I think it was like bottom right of the screen. 5 minutes later, take it off. Couldn't stream for 6 months. And I was just like, I knew this would fucking happen, but I still did it anyway. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I already had a second channel that was like a backup channel in case I ever got terminated or whatever, because that's a good thing to have. But that would suck if you got terminated and, you know, didn't work up that second channel in the first place. So I was like, I'll use that for my streaming for now on. So I used it for streaming, but I only did like a few streams afterwards because I lost, interest in it. Yeah. So after that, I was just like, oh, fuck it, whatever. And then once I go back to the Japanaholic, once I turned into the Japanaholic channel, I was like, okay, so the second channel's not being used for anything. And I've stopped doing gaming-related content onto my main channel because if it doesn't fit with anything Japan-related, I don't want to upload it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was like, okay, I'll take those and I'll put them over to the second channel. So I was like, this would be a good idea. You know, market my second channel, have people who were watching my content for gaming go over there. Started off okay. A few of my first videos got like the same views as my main channel. And then like I started doing more uploads and they were not getting anywhere.
Oh.
And I was just like, you know what? This is not going to work out. So I just said, fuck it. I haven't used that second channel in like many weeks now. And, you know, like I said, it's just a backup channel for now. So, and I call that one the Gamerholic because I kind of I don't know why. I don't know what it is with me and like the holic name, but I just think of like myself as like, you know, Gamerholic, Japanaholic.
Addicted to Japan, addicted to gaming.
Yeah.
So like,
I just figured that like when I was thinking of like changing my name, I was just like, dude, that sounds so fucking amazing, Japanaholic.
Because I'm like a crackaholic.
Yeah. But that's just basically how I went from being known from the racing fan base over to the anime fan base. So that's just me.
All right. So there were. Okay, so we talked about software. We talked about.
Well, technically you did. I just basically you talked about what you were doing. I just gave off that I just used Streamlabs OBS. But you know, continue on.
But the other thing I wanted to talk about was like big inspirations and everything.
Okay.
Like if you have a favorite channel or something on YouTube.
So there are a few that I want to talk. Do you want to give off yours first?
Okay, so I liked 2016 YouTube. I liked Filthy Frank, Max, Anything for Views, but Anything for Views is a racist. Just kidding. I love Cold Ones, which is Max and Chad. Anything for Views podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's channels like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye, which I aspire for my gaming content to be up to par with them.
Yeah.
But I want my edgy content to be up to par with like not Filthy Frank level because I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to
survive.
But just up enough that I can fly under the radar.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, 2016 YouTube, like all the YouTubers you mentioned, stuff like that. You know, as incredible creators they are, okay. I never really watched a whole lot of like those kinds of content back in 2016. I really don't remember what the hell I watched back in 2016, to be quite honest. I watched a lot of random shit.
Fortnite.
That's what a lot of kids are watching today. But for me, inspiration-wise, there's a lot that comes out of like from in terms of like personality-wise. Personality-wise, like I like to be like kind of like either Jay Schlatt or Call Me Carson. In terms of like just wanting to fuck around and, you know, make a living.
Buy some Schlatt coin.
Yeah. Just make a living out of fucking around or whatever. Just being like that kind of guy who would just be around and, you know, just if you ever wanted to fuck around on Minecraft or whatever, I could do something like that. And
then bring back the Gamerholic.
But in terms of like editing or something like that, there's a Japan channel known like a lot of people will know this if they ever like are into the Japan like YouTube scene or whatever, but abroad in Japan, this guy who lived in the UK till he was like 22 or whatever, and he moved over to Japan, and ever since then he's done like short little films or what, not short films, but like videos that look like they came from a fucking documentary because his editing is so incredible. Because you'll get like these drone shots of like the scenic areas and stuff like that, and he does like such an amazing voiceover. He's like an amazing voiceover talent. So those are the kind of videos that I kind of inspired to make. But in terms of like podcast, I kind of like, I really want to have a podcast kind of like the Misfits, where they like it's just a bunch of people sitting,
just fucking scuffed,
and they just fucking talk, okay, about what the fuck ever, and like kind of like how this podcast is with me and you right now.
Yeah.
Kind of like this, but like more about Japan and stuff like that. Kind of like as well as the Abroad of Japan podcast, where I would implement like a way that
you want like impulsive podcast.
Yeah, a way for viewers to like interact in the same time.
Yeah.
And the way that it's been lately, it could go that way, but inspiration wise, you know, I've watched a lot of like Call Me Carson stuff and Jay Schlatt stuff, and then I've also seen like a bunch of like videos from like the anime scene, like Giguk and the Anime Man, and excuse me, Trash Taste podcast, Abroad
Filthy Frank, Anime Hunter,
and like, you know, and there's a lot of like random stuff that I get on YouTube that I just watch, and then like I just look at the people that end up, you know, that I'm ending up watching, even if it's my first time watching them or like the 100th time watching them. And then I look at their personalities, and I'm like trying to figure out what can I do to make my videos kind of be like this kind of video.
You see, I'm a sack of shit. I only look at my sub box. Mm-hmm. I say fuck my recommended content and fuck small creators, even though I now am one and feel bad about being like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because the thing is that I really do feel bad for like all the small content creators now, because it's very difficult. Like I said, like way back yonder, that it's super difficult to get anywhere nowadays.
Yeah.
But God, it's like it makes you feel better once you become a bigger creator.
Yeah, you just gotta catch your first break, and then after that it should be kind of smooth sailing from there.
Yeah. And then you get like you'll know you'll make it on YouTube when you start getting random ass dislikes on your videos or whatever. Like whatever, because like everybody will you can go on like any YouTube video, no matter how big the video is, there's always going to be like just like a couple hundred dislikes, maybe 1,000 depending on the view count. So like I don't know what it is with people randomly just for no reason just disliking a video. It's like because they will, every video you watch will have a specific amount of dislikes.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like, for example, there'll be like a video with like 400 dislikes. It's like 400 people decided that they don't like this content creator, or they just said fuck this video, dislike it immediately.
Yeah. Usually people have a premonition of if they're gonna like the video or not. Yeah. Like have you ever watched KSI?
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a brother, Deji, who they had a lot of drama recently.
Yeah.
Now KSI's fans go on and troll Deji's channel with dislikes and shit, or some of them do. KSI told them not to, but some of them still do. They're like, "Fuck you, Deji, you piece of shit."
Yeah. Which the thing is about like with YouTube drama is that it just keeps going, and I don't know. It's weird how it just keeps going and going and going. It just never seems that it'll never stop.
Yeah.
It just because like back then, like 2015 or 2016, when these drama channels or like when they would report the news or something like that, like Scarce or Keepstar, it was like, man, who gives a shit about this kind of content? You know, why would I want to watch somebody talk about somebody else? But now it's like the only thing that people will watch today.
And nowadays, I'm guilty of it. I like going back and watching old dramas like Leafy and Mr. Black Darkness 666 on Drama Alert.
Yeah.
And shit.
Those are the days.
I'm gonna run upstairs and grab my drink real quick. I put it on the.
Go ahead. I think outside of YouTube, there's a few, because I don't know how much you watch Twitch. How much do you watch Twitch?
I actually have never sat down and watched an actual stream. I watched part of one from Critical, but my connection's not strong enough.
That's, fair. Because like I barely watch any Twitch streamers nowadays because of the fact that like, if you really want to watch a Twitch streamer, you have to like commit to watching a Twitch streamer nowadays, because it's like there's so many different. It's kind of like with YouTube, how there's so many different content creators. That's like if you have to be really lucky for people to like click on you and stay on you for like minutes on end.
Yeah, and nowadays Twitch has a bad rep right now because look at Doc.
Yeah,
and all that. And if Doc wins his lawsuit against them, they're kind of fucked in. Like, he swears they haven't told him yet why they banned him. So he's suing.
Oh.
And if he wins that lawsuit, Twitch loses quite a bit of money and one of their biggest streamers because he's not going back.
Yeah. So, and the thing is because I've watched a lot of like Doc back in the days, of course, when he was, a fucking thing before he got banned. And he was hilarious, okay? And the thing is that trying to find Twitch streamers that play your kind of game or whatever, not fucking Fortnite, but
Overwatch.
Let me tell you, okay, to now switch the subject to that. I don't know why, but I've lately gotten back into Overwatch, playing it.
Oddly enough, me too. But I feel like oh my god, what did my voice just do there? I feel like to play Overwatch, you have to be doing a commentary video. Like, I watched so much Leafy, I'm like, I have to tell a story or something to be able to play this game and not get judged for it. It's like CSGO.
Yeah. It's like, okay, see, what I always end up doing is like, I've lately not gotten into like PC gaming or like console gaming. Usually what I end up doing to pass my time is like, I literally just pop on YouTube and just like watch whatever the fuck I want, coming from those fucking recommendeds or whatever. But whenever I do end up like doing like Overwatch or whatever, because like I feel like Overwatch is like the only game I have on my PC, even though I have like an entire Steam library full of like games and stuff that I need to play. But I always pull up like Spotify. I always just have music in my ears. I literally don't even hear anything from the game. I have like the subtitles on the bottom, so I still know when somebody's doing their ultimate, which is thank God they have that feature. But fucking I always just have Spotify on. And I'm just listening to music. And even then, like, I could only play for, like, an hour, and I'm just like, dude, I'm incredibly fucking bored. Because I don't know what it is, but I felt like lately I just lost my interest in just playing games in general.
See, I wanted to do a Minecraft series. Like, I was talking to you about it. But I lost interest in Minecraft. Like, I thought that the Nether update would make me hyped for it, but it hasn't.
It just made me want to fucking kill the Nether even more, because I hate it. I hate the Nether update. Because I was on a Minecraft server with my racing buddies like a while back when the update first came out for the Bedrock edition, and I was like, oh man, the Nether's out, the Nether update's out. I'm gonna go to the Nether and I'm gonna explore this place. I went to the Nether and I was just like, oh my god, this is like the first time I've been fucking terrified of the Nether.
It's so weird.
It's weirdly difficult. It's literally so much more difficult now.
They changed so much. Like, diamonds aren't even the best thing anymore, but it costs so much to make netherite.
Yeah. It's like there's is there a point to make a netherite armor set, or should I just stick with diamond because it would be cool to have netherite? But
if I happen to get the stuff for it, maybe, you know,
Yeah.
or could I use it for better stuff?
Mm-hmm. And you know, I feel like Minecraft. And the thing is that I understand why Minecraft keeps coming out with like these updates and stuff like that, but it just feels like the old Minecraft was a whole lot better.
Yeah,
to be honest.
If you remember the old Minecraft, it was in pre-alpha and beta when it was at its peak on YouTube.
Yeah. The thing is that if you went to like 2011 YouTube or whatever and tried to not find a Minecraft video, you would fail on the first page.
Minecraft was Fortnite.
Yeah, Minecraft was essentially what Fortnite is today, or like it still is today. Even though I feel like Fortnite has probably peaked because I don't see it as much as I used to.
Yeah,
but like it was like what it was like last year, where it was like the only thing people were talking about.
Yeah, it was like before Ninja went to Mixer. It was just people going fucking crazy with Ninja clips. They have Tfue clips. They got this here, this there. You got fucking Fortnite out the wazoo.
Yeah, that's what it was like with Minecraft all the time. Except with Minecraft, it was just mainly, just people just messing around and multiplayer or building off some crazy structures in like the old updates and stuff like that.
Getting fucking blasted drunk and playing it with your friends.
Yeah, which was the best kind of gaming, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was some big shit when they were announcing that they made a Minecraft documentary. Back in back in 2015 or whatever.
Oh.
Because I remember when it came out, I used to binge that shit. Like, I used to watch that thing almost literally daily. Because I loved the game so much back then. I was like, dude, they made a freaking Minecraft documentary out of this. So I watched it. It was really cool because it was about, like, how you could go back and you could see how, Mojang was, like, coding the game. And you could see how they were adding in, like, all these kinds of things. They had a little moment to where Notch was messing around with the arrows, and he even made it like in the code where it could do like explosion, and it was really cool. And it even went up all the way to when the game was released at Minecon 2012 or whatever. I thought that was really cool. I love the documentary, but the thing about it is looking back at it, it just brings me back to a time where it's like, Minecraft was super huge, and it got super huge again, which was surprising.
10th anniversary, yeah.
But there'll just never be a game like Minecraft again. I mean, Fortnite could try to do that, but like Minecraft was that kind of game where it was like you couldn't escape it for like a full decade. You couldn't escape it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's just difficult to think about, nowadays. Back in the day, if you would have uploaded a Minecraft video as a small channel, you would have at least garnered some viewership from it.
Yeah.
You would have gotten you would have gotten a decent amount of watch time, even if it was dog shit.
Even if it was like the same exact kind of video that you could literally go on any other channel, it would still get views.
Yeah, because Minecraft was just the big thing.
Yeah.
Now I could upload a Fortnite video, which now I actually considered it because I have a funny skit planned for it.
Ah.
It's like making fun of the strip Fortnite videos.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be like, oh, strip Fortnite with not my girlfriend, with me. And it'll just start off with me whipping out my cock and balls. And, of course, blurring them. But
yeah, obviously.
Maybe not, because that would be on my friend's camera. I don't have my own camera. I record using a friend's.
Yeah, but Minecraft back then was like, as much as people will look back on it like now, who've gotten into the game like now, they go back and it's like, man, how could people play this beta kind of shit? Because you couldn't really do anything, and it was like all janky and shit. But that's what kind of made the game fun.
It was the lore.
Yeah,
and nobody knew. There wasn't a person that knew everything about the game. There could be a playthrough where the person had the Aether mod.
Yeah,
and didn't say they were playing on the Aether mod. They just had it just because it was a thing they could easily install.
Right.
Which now it's fucking not, but...
Right. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, and I, watched... Because I watched Toby Turner play it.
Me too.
I feel like everybody has. If you were into Minecraft back in, 2010 or 2011, you've seen his playthrough at least, 3 times.
You also got to watch his channel die, but...
Anyway, I watched his Minecraft playthrough to the part where, he was in the Aether or whatever. He did his whole little shtick in the Aether. I remember I was like, man, I should get this Aether mod. So I like tried to install it on my on my dad's computer, which is still up there, by the way. And God, viruses, let me tell you, because if you're a kid, you don't download anything from the official website. You download from wherever the fuck you can get it.
You type in aethermod.free, please give me free Aether.
Yeah. And I remember back in elementary school when I was first into Minecraft, there was I remember the website, Softonic.
Yeah, actually.
That's where I got my first version of Minecraft, which was 1.4.7 in the release days.
Damn.
Yeah, I got into it really late, unfortunately. But like I remember when I was in school trying to play it, and I couldn't do it on the downloaded version because like for whatever reason there was like a bug or whatever. Whenever I started a world, my character was just jitter in one position, and I couldn't like walk. I couldn't move. I mean, I could move my camera, but it would just jitter. So I had to play. And the thing is, I even found a fucking website that had the game playing. I don't remember the website, but like you could click on this website and it would take you, it would just literally open up Minecraft. And you would just play the game in a browser. And it was like 1.5. And I was just like, dude, this is perfect for me.
You guys used to play that at Impact, didn't you?
Oh yeah, we did that. We did that when we were at the end of our first year. Because we all used Max. We all use Macs at that place.
Macs are not meant for gaming. They're for work.
No, the hell they are not. And we all found out about that firsthand when we were all playing. Because like everybody who decided to come over for the last day, we were all like, dude, you know what? Screw it. Let's get on Minecraft. So we all got on Minecraft and we all got on like a LAN server. We all just like screwed around, or at least we tried to, but we couldn't because of the Wi-Fi. It didn't work.
It was a wired connection, but there were 30 computers wired to it.
You could tell that was not going to be a good LAN server anyways. But we had like a terrible time trying to connect to each other, so we were just like, screw it. We were just going to just play.
Didn't you ruin somebody's hardcore server?
I don't think it was me that did that because I couldn't connect to anybody.
Like what you guys did was you tried to connect to Jesus's.
Oh.
And he had to hit something so that you could join. He changed it to multiplayer, and it soft reset the world, which killed him.
And oh yeah, now I remember that.
He goes, I was working on that world for 2 years.
Oh. Oh shit, I remember that. Those were the times. But yeah, I've done like my fair share of like Minecraft content as well. I used to do this kind of series where I would start at the oldest version I could possibly play, where I could load up a world and like keep the world going as it kept going on. And like every single video would just be another update or whatever. It would just be me doing like every so often I would update the game. So as the time went by, it would just be like alpha and like many months later beta, many months later release. But I feel like because when I had my freshman laptop, it was really good with gaming. And then I got pissed off at Minecraft. I punched the screen. It broke. That was the end of that gaming laptop. And then ever since then, I had a laptop that was so... I never told you how bad my senior laptop was. I couldn't load anything on that shithole. Okay, no. Literally, loading up that fucking... Like, just loading it up. Just trying to start up my computer. Or, like, that laptop. Well, it's not here anymore. But it used to be in that bag. Whenever I started up, it would take 5 minutes to start up. And then if I wanted to click on Chrome, I would have to wait like 15 minutes for it to load up. And I remember one night, because my Xbox One that I've had ever since it fucking released, its power brick, I've gone through 3 power bricks of that fucking Xbox One. And that one in there right now is about to fucking explode, I think. Because it's starting to make loud noises again. But fucking... So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to use my laptop to watch YouTube for tonight. I plug in my laptop. I get on YouTube. I click on a video. Locks up. For the entire night, I slept. Nothing. The computer locks up. I can't even move the mouse. I can't control Alt-Delete to open Task Manager. Locks up. So I literally can't do anything with that fucking computer. I couldn't. So I was like, this is fucking terrible. This fucking laptop's the shittiest fucking laptop I've ever had in my life. I couldn't even load Chrome, couldn't load Spotify, couldn't do anything. Like, the only thing I could do was just look at the background. It was a shitty fucking Windows 10 background. Just a default background. Couldn't do anything with it. But, yeah. I've had my share of terrible computers, and, yeah.